Okay, Brian Grant believes that organisations across Australia must take more proactive steps to weave privacy and security into their ways of working. Brian is ANZ Director for the Cloud Protection and Licensing Division of Thales, which is quite a title. Welcome to Ticker News.
It is a mouthful, isn't it? Sorry about that.
Not at all.
It's a bit of a challenge. And I should correct you, I apologise for doing this, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in the company. There's 4,000 people working in Thales around Australia. So it is Thales rather than Thales.
Right, I gave it a crack. It's all right. Sometimes it's a 50-50, flip of the coin sometimes. But thank you for correcting me. It's better that way.
Oh, I'm sorry for correcting you. It took me 6 months to get it right myself personally, so you're completely okay with that.
No, that's fine. I prefer to be corrected. Don't even worry about that. It is not the first time I have been corrected in this job. These things happen. Hey, good to have you. Tell us firstly the purpose of Privacy Awareness Week and why is this such an important issue today, do you think, in particular?
Hey, really appreciate you promoting Privacy Awareness Week. It's something in the digital world in which we live is becoming more and more critical, and it does get overlooked quite often in the whole world of cybersecurity about the need to protect individuals' privacy. And we in particular are looking at how businesses improve their approach to privacy. And Privacy Awareness Week, I would actually jokingly say it probably should be Privacy Action Week, where we actually take action as well as make awareness to the consumers and also business leaders that we need to be more proactive in this area.
So what is making privacy so complex, do you think, at the moment, particularly for organisations to understand, but then to manage and actually action, as you say? Why is it so difficult right now?
Really good question. One of the main drivers of the complexity is the compliance obligations. Everywhere you go in the world, you have different compliance obligations around privacy. There's European obligations, North American obligations, Australian obligations. Throughout Asia, there's different standards. So it is a little bit complex and scary for business leaders and business organisations to face. The second problem is we're collecting so much data on so many systems now. We're trying to make intelligent decisions, provide better customer services, provide disruptive services. So we're actually collecting a lot more information and data on people and their behaviours and their information than we ever did before.
So let's talk about Australia for a moment. What can businesses do at the moment, do you think, to improve their privacy? What steps can we take?
Well, it's funny that a lot of people see it as a very complex issue, but in actual fact, the complexity is trying to remediate it after you've made a mistake. So we need to embed privacy in everything we do, from our processes through to our systems. If we do that, we mitigate the requirements to remediate post-incident. So the cost of fixing things after they're broken is just incredibly expensive and costs a lot more than just fixing it right in the first place. So that's the first thing we can take out of this. The second thing is around a leadership role of the business leaders and actually understanding the difference between risk and threat. There's lots of threats out there and we can't control threats. That's an external thing, whether it be geopolitical or someone trying to make money or someone trying to ransomware you. But the reality is we can control risk. So that's the one thing. We should focus on risk as opposed to threats, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It definitely does. And we talk a lot more about this. We have a show dedicated here at Ticker News to this particular issue. Just finally and briefly, if you can, how optimistic are you that we are moving in the right direction right now and people are getting enough information on what is a pretty major threat?
I've got to say the fact that the government is promoting Privacy Awareness Week is a positive sign. And I think we are nudging in the right direction. Personally, as I said, I would probably like to have Privacy Action Week as opposed to Privacy Awareness Week. But we are slowly moving in the right direction. It just needs to be a little bit faster. We need to embed it a little bit more and a little bit more aggressively, because it will save us money and make businesses more profitable in the long term.
Brian, really good to talk to you. We'll have to talk again sometime soon on Ticker News. For now, if we want to learn a bit more about what you're up to, where can we head?
You can head to the Thales CPL website if you just type in Thales CPL. And also, of course, Thales Australia has a massive presence here in Australia, so you can call the Thales office number and feel free to ask for me. I'm more than happy to help and provide any advice I can.
Great to have you on Ticker News today. Really appreciate it.